Hello everyone, it is Justice, and today I want you to help me pick out what ink to go into my new Sailor pen. I recently purchased the line collaboration Sally pen from Sailor. Came in the mail today, and I am very eager to figure out what ink will actually go well with it. It's a little orange and yellow pen with gold accents. You can see Sally's little face here, and also on the nib. I got it in a size medium, and I can't tell if you can tell through the pictures, but this little orange grip section is a little bit sparkly, which honestly I live for. If you know me, then you know I love sparkles, glitter, anything like that. And within the Sailor case, once you pull up this little thing that the pen rests on, it has this little line card, so you can see some friends. And the back is kind of talking about Sailor writing instruments and essentially just saying this is an authentic Sailor. After that, you have two black Sailor cartridges. You actually get a converter, which I went ahead and put in the pen so you don't see it here, as well as this little instruction and warranty manual. So that's the case. Gonna move those out of the way. I also have this Urban glass dip pen. I keep it in the case because the last dip pen I had got pushed off a table by my cats and broke, so I keep it in the case. So glass dip pen, and we have a ton of ink samples from Goulet pens. I do not want to ink up this pen with an ink that I hate. That is my biggest fear. And so here we are. The first ink we have is Diamine Autumn Oak. I'm also keeping in mind that glass dip pens do write darker than this nib probably will. Next up I have Diamine Pumpkin. Okay, I hate how bright this is. I will probably never use this for writing. Pilot Iroshizuku Fuyugaki. Okay, now that I have all of the inks swatched out, I want to see which one I think would actually look best with this pen and also that I can tolerate. So these are all still drying, so they're going to appear a little bit different than they will. Immediately, I like Autumn Oak the best because it is the most easy for me to read. My problem with like red, orange, pink inks is that they hurt my eyes. I don't have very good eyesight. They strain a lot, so I have to be careful with that. Autumn Oak is immediately the one where I'm like, okay, this could do okay. This is not going to irritate me most likely. Whereas Diamine Pumpkin and Noodler's Southwest Sunset, I'm a little bit afraid of. So I'm kind of taking you along with my decision-making process. These two look like they will hurt my eyes and ultimately make it to where I never use this pen. Now, Noodler's Cayenne, very pretty, more red than orange. Noodler's Habanero could work. Iroshizuku Yuyake could work. Iroshizuku Fuyugaki could also work. But they also are varying degrees of the same color. Of all of them, it looks like Fuyugaki is going to be the brightest, and I have used this one before. With thin pens, like extra fine pens, this is a little bit rough, but with a thicker nib, I can take it. So that makes me feel more confident in Habanero and Yuyake. But also, Autumn Oak is the one that I was driven to the most. So I'm kind of torn, because obviously if I just wanted to match the pen, Southwest Sunset looks like it is going to be the best one. But I don't want to use it. So I guess the question is, do we go with Habanero? Do we go with Yuyake? Or do I just do Autumn Oak because I like it? I don't know. I'm trying not to think too hard about it and just do what I want. But I think I need to be a little bit adventurous. I feel like I want to do this. Let me wait until it dries and then I will come back. Okay, I am back. The words are dry for the most part. I really do think... Okay, sorry. Let me go back. If you are looking for an ink that just matches the pen very well, I do think that Southwest Sunset is a perfect mix of the yellow and the orange with the shading that it has. If we're talking about the orange at the grip section, I think that the closest option is going to be the Iroshizuku Yuyake. Fuyugaki is just a little bit too light, whereas Habanero is just a little bit too dark. So that's my take on that. If we are talking this little bottom bit, Pumpkin is going to be the closest one because it's the lightest of the oranges that came with this pack. But I am going to fill it with Diamine Autumn Oak. I feel like that's going to be the best chance for success for me to like this pen. I had a little bit of trouble deciding to pull the trigger because I don't use these colors. These are not my colors, but I could not resist it because Sally was just so cute. So I'm going to fill this with Diamine Autumn Oak and we're going to see how it looks. So unscrewing this pen, you will see the converter. It comes separately in the box. I went ahead and put it in for ease of my own. So instead of just doing the normal cartridge, or rather converter thing where you suck it up through the nib, I'm going to keep it clean so that we can still have Sally's little face be beautiful, and I'm just gonna syringe fill it. So I have my ink syringe here. Filling it up, gonna leave a little bit of room. The extra ink in the syringe I've put back into the ink sample. Doing that isn't anything wild because there's not going to be any contaminants that get into it from my syringe because it was clean. If you're trying to put ink back into a bottle or something from your pen, be careful because contaminants can spoil ink. And now let's see how this baby writes. It'll take just a little bit to prime the feed. Fun fact, if you're impatient like me, you can just flood the feed by pushing up on the converter a little bit. You're eventually gonna see some ink come out here. And once it gets to that point, I suck it back in. Okay. I don't know if you can tell, but there is some ink coming through the feed. Here's what it looks like on the converter. Now I'm taking it back. So that's going to mean my feed has ink in it. It's going to be easier to write. Oh girl, what? What? Is this the same ink? Maybe it's just gonna take a little bit. This looks like nothing on this page. What? We're gonna go in with a Q-tip, see how it looks. Huh. Okay, so I'm not trusting my dip pen at all anymore, apparently. This is what I wanted, and this is what I got. Oh my God. Well, I guess I'm living with this now. As far as the actual pen itself, it writes really nicely. I like that. And you can see that it's not a super thick nib, but it's enough to where you can still see some ink. I want to go through and like do some Q-tip swatches of the other guys now. I feel like I've been bamboozled. Now that I have swatched everything via Q-tip, let's take a look again. So via Q-tip, I would never have chosen Diamine Autumn Oak. It looks like a poopy diaper, but that's what we're inked with, and so that's what I'm living with. Diamine Pumpkin is absolutely super bright. Dragon's Fire is even brighter, so that's wild. Noodler's Cayenne. Noodler's Cayenne could have been a winner. Noodler's Cayenne and Fuyugaki, those are my favorites from this swatch set. And Habanero would be the closest to the little butt. So if I were to do this over again, because obviously I don't ink swatch a lot, Cayenne would have been my pick. I would have really, really chosen that first. But I have all of these samples I need to use up anyways. I need to learn to love it. And here we are. So this is the new Sailor Sally pen. Here are some orange inks that you can look at and decide if you would like to use with your Sally pen if you have it, or if you just really like orange inks. And I hope you got a kick out of it. These, very different in color. So if you're doing swatches, maybe do these guys first and don't really rely on the dip pen. Absolute rookie mistake, my bad. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please hit like. Leave me a comment and let me know what your pick would have been. And have a good one. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye-bye.